Hey guys, it's me Chandra, and so today's video we'll mostly talking about the next patch, or probably you already watched around this patch, which is the Aeon Reforged, and this time mostly the main highlight will be the brand new Watanabe Epitaph. So as usual in here I will cover about the overview of the patch, and mostly we'll talk all about Watanabe Epitaph, the positive, negative, pulling plans, build, how to play Watanabe. So yeah, let's get started. So let's start first with the overview of the patch. So on Aeon Reforged, nothing much that changes. They have first the derive from matrix, a little bit changes in some memory, they add additional memory and give some adjustment in the stages. And second, there's some PPC changes, mostly about display and quality of life change. The most noticeable, which is the increased challenge limit for the weekdays, goes up to 5 times, and for the weekends it will goes up to 15 times. And finally, we will talk everything in here all about Watanabe Epitaph. So let's start first with the overview about Watanabe Epitaph. We will start first with the positive. First, Watanabe will be the new fire meta tank and also become the main DPS in fire team. Yeah, although Lee Hyperreal actually the attacker, but Watanabe Epitaph itself already out damage or outperform Lee Hyperreal damage itself. So Watanabe not just gives you fire threat, but also he will become the main damage dealer in fire meta team. So whenever you want to start first, it's always with Watanabe. It's no longer with Lee. Lee will become the sub DPS. And second, the new Watanabe will provide more fire resistance reduction to the enemy. So for the base itself, it's 25%. Compared to Nanami Starfarer, it's only 15% for the base. However, if you decide to go your Watanabe SS3, it will go even to 35%, so it's increased another even 10%, which is actually very good. Third, Watanabe Epitaph is not really rely on signature weapon in order for you to get the fire threat or fire resistance reduction to the enemy, just because some of the tank, let's say like Chrome Glory, they require weapon in order for you to maximize the QT for the ice threat, and so does also the Nanami Starfarer really need weapon in order for you to maximize the QT to get the fire resistance reduction, but that's not the case for Watanabe itself. Everything already built around his kit. As long as you already have the memory set and trigger the QT, you already get the fire threat to that enemy, that's actually good for some people that cannot afford for weapon. And the next positive things about Watanabe is that he is actually set up the brand new standard of the tank. I don't know what you want to call Gen 2.5, Gen 3, it's really up to you, but simply in here that he provides higher ceiling than any other tanks. This is the one that I want to highlight, is that if you go, let's say, your Watanabe into SS3, he will get fire threat or fire resistant reduction even more. So it's increased another 10%, it will become 35%. So this is actually already more than Karina Shear at SS3. Because Karina Shear at SS3 not increasing any dark resistance reduction. It's just like still the same, only damage. But Watanabe increased damage and also increased fire threat by 10%. So it's already higher ceiling than any previous tank. And if you decide to go triple S, it's even more crazier. The fire threat will increase another 10%. It will become 45%. And also he will have this feature of reduce party swap cooldown by 3 seconds. So meaning you can make your fire team rotation a lot faster, which is actually crazy. So that's about positive about Watanabe. Let's talk about negative or some notes that I want to say regarding Watanabe. For the negative, he has nothing about negative, so that's actually good. However, there's thing that I want to say about him is that in order for you to play Watanabe Epitaph efficiently, it probably you need a little bit train or at least getting used to for how to play Watanabe Epitaph itself, because his optimal rotation require a very fast finger speed. Literally you need to be fast and do some cancelling that later I will explain. So it's not really that straightforward. Let's say you play like Lee Hyperreal or even Lamia, it's just like quite brain dead. But no Watanabe, he need a little bit some skill, especially like very fast finger. But in the end, don't stress too much, because time to time I believe you can get there. It just matters to getting used to. And also if you wonder, can Watanabe do solo in fire meta team without switching up another character? Sadly, even compared to Lamia, that Lamia somehow can become a semi-solo, right? But Watanabe cannot. At the best for him, let's say you have SS with the signature weapon, he can only maximize up to like 3 rotation. After that, you really need to switch. After that, you will become very dry. Compared to Lamia, somehow you can like overcome with deadline timing or even like manage your ping orb carefully, but Watanabe is still pretty hard for you to not do rotation. So that's why in fire team, Watanabe still pretty much need 4 rotation. That's about the pros and cons about Watanabe. Now let's move into pulling recommendation for Watanabe Epitaph. Should you pull for Watanabe Epitaph? The answer is actually depends. I recommend for you to pull for Watanabe Epitaph is that first, if you are a meta player or competitive player where usually chasing for, let's say, like PPC or Warzone, then yes, absolutely yes, because he is just another level though, especially if you compare to Nanami Starfarer, it's not even close, because he is just a better, of course, Nanami and also better Lee Hyperil in the same time, which is that's why you kinda really need him in order for you to have a good performance in the competitive scenario. Second, if you want to start to build your fire team, then I think Watanabe is also a good start, because I already told you before, he's basically both tank and DPS, so you already get like 2 in the 1 package already, which is actually a good deal. And third, if you want to upgrade both DPS and tank in your fire team, let's say right now you only have like Bleed Fire or even Nanami pulls, and if you decide to go to get like Watanabe Epitaph, this is actually a huge change for you, because not just damage, quality of life, everything just feels a lot better. So that's why if you want to upgrade both DPS and tank in fire team, I will recommend to pull for him. And lastly, of course, if you like the character gameplay, feel free to pull for him. Other than that, if you only mostly care about story, clearing content like event, and don't really care about competitive, you mostly maybe do PPC and Warzone for the sake just clearing, don't care even about rank, and it's not really necessary for you to get Watanabe Epitaph. Now let's move into the best stopping point for Watanabe. And the best stopping point for Watanabe, likewise another like previous Gen 2 character, SS is always the best stopping point, because you always get quality of life. Let's say like the bot QT already trigger, and actually just very nice increased damage, so that's pretty much just nice quality of life and improving damage in the same time, and it was also very accessible for you to just get from PPC, so it's just like matter of patience. Additionally, maybe if you're a small spender or even medium spender, and SS3 can be another a good stopping point for you, just because at SS3 Watanabe can have more fire resistance reduction. It increased by another 10%, so it become 35%. So this is actually pretty much good also for his damage and also entire team, which is I can say pretty nice if you're a small to medium spender. And the next part, should you pull for the weapon or the cup? Then my answer is the weapon, just because weapon will provide you more damage and also give you quality of life in your ping rate orb that I will explain later. And also is that right now we already have weapon harmonization, which is it just make weapons significantly become more valuable, because you can put additional memory slot in there. That's why I still recommend weapon over the cap. Another thing, if you're still confused, maybe you still ask, should we go for SSG or the weapon? I still prefer for the weapon, just because I feel it's relatively cheaper. Assume you win the 80%, and also you don't need to pull like right now. You can pull anytime, because weapon banner is always there, so you don't really need to catch up. You just can take whatever time that you feel you are ready to pull. Now let's talk about Watanabe Epitaph kit overview and how to play. And take notes in here, I will only mostly cover for the outline or something we can say like the brief about Watanabe itself, all the basic line about Watanabe. If you really want to be expert, you can just check mostly the more dedicated into of gameplay content creator, let's say like Rexland. So as usual in here, you can take a look all the basic attack and the ping that he has. And next, we will start with his base form. On Watanabe base form, you can only 3 ping 2 different color, which is blue and yellow. So whenever you do 3 ping, you can obtain a bullet. You can see in the middle in there. So you can get up to 3. So if you do 3 ping, you get 1 bullet. If you do 6 ping, you get 2 bullets, something like that. So this bullet actually important for his next form or when you enter the first ultimate. I will explain more later, but in short, this is actually the source of you to get the special red orb and to trigger special move. The other thing that you can do on the best form, whenever you do 3 ping and you get a bullet, you can press basic attack and you can preload actually the special red orb in advance. However, this is rarely you will use. Like in general rotation, even from the official PGR, they rarely recommend to use this, but this is option if you like to do this. So in short, in Watanabe base form, the only thing we want to do is 3 ping to get the bullet and get enough energy to move to the first ultimate as soon as we can. So whenever you see the first ultimate available, just press it. After you enter the first ultimate, you can actually do couple stuff in here. So first, after you press the first ultimate, you can immediately hold the dodge and pressing any basic attack or ping orb to use immediately the bullets into special red orb, and you can get up to 2. Other than that, if you have 3 bullets on the first ultimate form, you can actually hold basic attack and he will perform this aerial hook combo. Pretty cool. Although this move actually pretty cool. We will rarely use this if you want to do fast rotation. Let's say you want to do Warzone or PPC, rarely we will use this. This one we will mostly use only for freestyle gameplay or having fun. Also, you can still tripping any orb in here. Basically, it's only red orb. To obtain the bullet still the same rule. And after that, you can just press basic attack to charge and get the special red pink orb. And the last thing I want to talk, which is the special red orb on the right side, as you can take a look. So whenever you press this special red orb, it will accumulate the bar gauge nearby the ultimate. So the more you tap the special red orb, the bar gauge will fill even more. And this bar gauge actually is very useful to make the Watanabe ultimate to become stronger and stronger. So of course our main objective is to make it until it's full. So in short, our objective in the first ultimate is to accumulate the ultimate bar gauge until it's full through of course we spamming the special red orb and get full energy and to trigger the second ultimate. So whenever you see your energy already full and you see the second ultimate available, just press it. And lastly, of course, because Watanabe is a tank, whenever you perform any QTE that trigger Watanabe, of course, he will provide the fire threat or fire resistance reduction to the enemy. So yeah, that's overall, like in brief, Watanabe kit itself. I know it's a little bit complicated. PGR getting more complicated in terms of the kit itself. However, I can provide some simplified version of Watanabe itself. There is couple even simplified version for Watanabe. Actually, he has a lot of different variation. I will provide two of them. This one, the easy version. Whenever you enter the battle, tripping until you have 2 bullet charges. Press first ultimate. After that, ping red orb to charge the bullet. Press basic attack 3 times to use all the bullet and get the special red orb. After that, just keep spamming the special red orb around 3 times. If your energy is still not full, just repeat, press red orb, basic attack, tap the special red orb until the energy is full, and then end with the second ultimate. And second simplified version, this is the one that I recommend because this is a little bit faster. So whenever you enter the battle, you can tripping until you get 2 bullet charges. After that, you can press the first ultimate. Immediately afterwards, hold, dodge, and press basic attack. Press special red orb ping 2 times. After that, basic attack and press special red orb ping. If your energy is not full yet, just repeat, press red orb, basic attack, and press the special red orb until your energy is full and end with the second ultimate. Another tips, actually whenever you use the special red orb, you can just press dodge and to cancel the animation so it can become faster. So more or less like this. Tripping, after that press the first ultimate. Hold dodge and press basic attack, press the special red orb, dodge, special red orb, dodge. After that basic attack, special red orb ping, dodge, and do that until energy is full and end with the second ultimate. So yeah, that's everything about Watanabe, about the kit and how to play. I know he's a little bit need kinda getting used to it compared to other character, but yeah, after you already getting used to it, I think it's pretty much manageable. And for regarding his meta team, of course it's already obvious, it will consist of Leaf Empire, Lee Hyperreal, and Watanabe Epitaph. And now let's talk about Watanabe build and let's start with the memory sets. For the general usage, the memory sets for Watanabe will be 4 pieces of Alphonse and 2 pieces of Cory. And if you want to do the harmonization, you can add another 2 pieces of Cory. So in short, it will be 4 pieces of Alphonse and 4 pieces of Cory. The position of Cory will be 4 and 6. For the memory resonance, for the top slot will be red orb, for the bottom slot will be signature move. And if you decide to give the weapon resonance, the priority will be the diet torch and deadline timing. And lastly, regarding the hyperturn, of course prioritize first the bottom row and after that the top row. So yeah, that's it about Watanabe Epitaph. Overall, he set up the brand new standard of the tank itself, a very strong character. And yeah, I hope whatever that I explained, it can be understandable and helpful for you. I believe right now Watanabe already waiting for us. So yeah, I just end in here. If you like this video, feel free to hit the button and like, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.